Hi there! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you do not know me, my name is Laura and I will be taking you through a beautiful hike today in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm here in southern Phoenix. There's a lot of different trails around here and I really like hiking around this mountain. And then, if you do not already know, this is my co-pilot here. And his name is Thor. So today I'm super excited for today's topic. This honestly is probably one of, if not my favorite topics just to talk to people about, and that is the topics of goals. And I just think that when you make them, they make you a better version of yourself. They make you feel accomplished in life, and they ultimately allow you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in your life. So can't wait to get started with that. So, of course, goals are just super important. I'm sure you've been told 1,001 times to have goals. I'm going to talk to you about kind of how I create my goals and kind of how I go about it, and that might just be different and that might help you out. So, basically all of my goals that I try to create really all happen within the year, I would say. I might have a few maybe big picture goals, but for the most part when I think of something and I actually create the goal, it definitely is 6 months to a year tops, and I'll get into why I definitely have kind of that time frame here in a minute as well. But I find that goals just drive people. They drive people to ultimately do things. And I don't even necessarily say a goal as in, like, for me, I'm going to talk about my goals being hiking or doing a specific travel thing. That's just me giving my examples. Every single person is different, and I hope because you're watching this, it's not just because you like hiking, but maybe that's just you're learning more about goals. So I've always been a very goal-oriented person in my life. I just have since I was young, but I think even more so in the more recent years, in the past 2 years, just so that I'm accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish. So I found when I was traveling a lot, it might be a goal to either hike or do something in terms of that new mountain, but it also could be like, my goal is to travel to this many countries, or to meet this many people, or to learn 7 new words of this language in this new country that I'm in, anything like that. So so it doesn't need to be workout or anything like that related. I just think that just for me, that's what I do. Earlier I had talked about how I like my goals really being 6 months to a year, and I think it's just because that's just kind of, I'll say super motivated still for something for 6 months or a year. But if it's like this 5-year goal, it kind of becomes very overwhelming to me, and suddenly I'm not really living in the moment or living, it's just so far in advance. So obviously a goal can be making your bed that morning, goal accomplished. But at the same time, I just like it to be a super realistic goal. Like, I know if I train hard for this thing, I will accomplish it within the year. But at this very moment in time, if I went to do it, I wouldn't, which means I need to be training for it. So there's just kind of a fine line between being really realistic with yourself and what you're going to be able to accomplish, and and still having something that isn't, just finding that happy medium. So that's definitely a huge one that I try to think of. And right now, when I think about my current goals and I'm looking into the future, I do have some now that are probably about 2 years away, and my reasons for that would just be that I'm going to need to learn how to rock climb and ice climb better in order to get to those summits. So I'm giving myself a little bit more time to be learning that kind of stuff in the meantime. So the very first step when it comes to goals is going to actually be booking it. And this is just my very first thing. It puts it in stone. It might be different if you're wanting to go to a place and you need to save for that flight, or you're waiting for it to come on sale or anything like that. But I mean, you could book hotels, or you could book an activity that you want to do while you're in that country. Anything like that. For me, the minute I knew I wanted to run my marathon, quite a few years ago now. I literally just booked it, and that was kind of before I'd done a lot of training. It just motivates me to do that, and then it makes me know that it's not really something that I can now back out of. You got this now, Laura. So my biggest recommendation would be to think about something that's always been on your mind. Has there always been something that you've either put off, you thought it would be so cool to do? Just think about something that either you might already know, you're gonna be like, yep, it's to run a marathon, Laura, or I'm not really sure right now, and you know, you can even honestly give it some thought and think about maybe something that you have a friend and they are doing something and you just think that that would be an incredible experience, anything like that. So the whole point for me, I find, of goals, and obviously I come about a lot of things in my life in terms of grief, or like what I never want to like leave something on the table when I finish with Planet Earth. You know, I want to accomplish everything I possibly want to accomplish while I'm here, and that's where my goals come into play. So what could I be doing right now? What could I be training for? What could I be learning, or anything like that that will get me closer to my next goal? Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope that you learned some new things about some goals. Please let me know in the comments what some of your goals are. Let me know the time frame around them, and hopefully I can cheer you on. Make sure you're also following me down below on Instagram. I'll leave my handle there, just so that you can follow along with my goals. Awesome. Until next time, guys, keep living life.